We are live. How you doing today, Wendy?
I'm doing well. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday to you. We have a little bit of an intro song. How y'all doing today? How's Wendy doing today?
I am doing well. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. We're so excited to be able to do this with you guys every week. And we have an exciting new name for our show, huh? Let's reintroduce it again.
Yeah, let's. So last week we came up with a name called The Money Show. And I realized after putting the name out there that it wasn't authentic. There are other people out there using that name. And we're not about that life, right? We're not about copycatting anybody. We're all about being authentic. So I thought, well, Rich TV Live, Invest in Millennial. How about The Rich Millennial Show?
Yeah.
I think it works.
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
And you're a millennial, right? And, you know, I'm not a millennial anymore. I'm 41. I think I'm called Generation X. Right? I think they call us Generation X. So I'm not technically a millennial, but I think I have a lot of millennial type thoughts.
The millennial spirit.
I have the millennial spirit, yes. And I have many young members within our community that are millennials and I talk to every day. So I feel like we have a good grip on what it is that millennials like, what they're looking to do for investing, how millennials do what they do with money in 2019 going into 2020, and what millennials are going to be looking to do to get themselves to the next level, where we see baby boomers that have done very well financially. A lot of millennials are starting to gain wealth now. A lot of millennials are starting to build assets. A lot of millennials are starting to get involved in Bitcoin, in stocks, in real estate, right?
Oh, there you go.
And, you know, being a millennial and being someone who works at Tesla like yourself, clearly you understand what millennials think when it comes to Tesla, because Tesla is probably one of the most popular cars for millennials.
Yeah, and you see it here in LA, like especially the LA culture. Like there's a lot of YouTubers that live in LA. There's a lot of influencers that live out here. Anyone that is in the industry of like the influencer life, the Instagram, YouTube, they all drive Teslas. It's crazy. And these are like 18-year-old kids, 19-year-old kids, like much younger than me, that are driving like P90Ds. Like these are like $100,000 cars. Just, you know, they're very popular. And Tesla's definitely a brand that is very, I would say, popular amongst us millennials, especially even younger kids, like kids that are like 15 years old with their parents. Like they're like, hey dad, get a Tesla, like you'll look cool, you know? Like it's crazy to see that, especially in LA, you know?
Yeah, and it's affordable, right? So it's an affordable car. It's going to save you money on your gas, and you're doing something good for the environment.
one of the cars, like one of the Model 3 is the most affordable one, but I still think it's pretty expensive. I mean, even if you get like a Model 3, it's $36,000 to start off, but once you deck it out, it's almost like 60K,
Wow.
to be honest.
But even if you
It's
just
still
get the
expensive.
base model though, 36 isn't bad considering you're
It's not bad.
going to
Yeah.
save a ton of money on your gas, and it's an electric vehicle, you're saving the environment. I think there's a lot of positives towards it. I follow Elon Musk on Twitter. I follow him on Instagram. And I believe he won the Man of the Year award or the Person of the Year award on Time magazine. Is that true? Do you
I
know?
believe so, yeah. I believe he did because
He was on the front of Time. I saw him, like, it was on his Instagram today that he was on the front of Time, said People of the Year. And the thing I love about Elon, he's got the crazy hair. He's got like that crazy scientist hair. It looks like he just wakes up in the morning and he doesn't do anything. He just wakes up. His hair's like crazy scientist. Let's go to work.
Yeah. He was on the 100 most influential people of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's definitely been a very influential person in the world, and he's done a very good job so far with the Cybertruck and getting a lot of exposure for this new vehicle, despite the fact that there's none on the road yet.
Too bad his love life's not that great. Poor guy.
Why? What's wrong with his love life? Please tell. I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay, well, like, we all know he has like 2 failed marriages and like he has like 4 kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
does he?
yeah.
See, I didn't even know. See, now I can relate with Elon even more.
Yeah, but I feel like, you know, he's all about that. Like, even as employees, we're all like, a lot of us don't even take PTO because we just, you know, we are expected to work very hard and we have crazy deadlines each quarter. And I feel like his life revolves around Tesla, and that's what he, you know, everything about him is about Tesla and SpaceX, and I think that's why his marriage and his relationships just don't work. And that's why now you see that he's dating like younger women, like women around my age and like younger celebrities, because, you know, when you're young like me and you're dating Elon Musk, you know, you're pretty much taken care of, but I feel like also you have like your woman is doing her own thing and he's doing his own thing, so it works out. But if you're trying to date someone around the same age and trying to build a family, it's not going to work with Elon, because he's just like, work and Tesla and SpaceX comes first in his life, you know. And I think that for a lot of older women, that's, you know, it doesn't really work out that way because they want a man to be by their side. But I feel bad for him. I just feel like he's so out there and people always destroy him for like not having success in like relationships. So I feel bad for him. And he's
Well,
also
I think anybody who wants to destroy another person for not having success in relationships is a douchebag. Yeah. Who is anyone else to try to judge someone about their success in relationships?
Yeah, I think
what?
Like,
what is that? I mean, first of all, how many people have success in relationships? Like, what's the percentage? How many failed marriages do we have in North America now? At least 50%. At least, okay? I know, because I've been through it, okay? So when anyone wants to sit there and dog someone else who's had a failed marriage, that's disgusting. That's just absolutely disgusting. So people like that are just, those people like that, you let me know who says that. I want to call them out.
I think it's like the Hollywood life again. He's so out there. Like, yes, he's a businessman. Yes, he's like an entrepreneur.
Show me a Hollywood marriage that lasts. Show me one. Show me one. There are none. Yeah. Hollywood marriages don't last. You got one celebrity here. You got another celebrity there. Like you said, one person's always busy. The other person's always busy. They never spend any time together. How's it going to last?
Right.
It's not going to last. That's not a real relationship. I've been through it, okay? I've been through it, and I've been at a point in my life where Elon was, where business and my career and making money was more important than anything, because as a family man with a young family and children and a wife and an entire family to support as opposed to one person, it was overwhelming for me, and it became a lot of work and a lot of stress, and I had to work really hard to make it. And I did. And the funny part was, when you do make it, the people that suffer the most are the ones that love you the most, because they're not there, because you're so focused on making it and building your business and making money and supporting your family. I'm sure that's what Elon's been doing, that you don't put as much time into your partner. You can't. You physically can't. Yeah. Not if you want to be Elon Musk and change the world.
But hello? It's a give and take, you know?
Yeah, like, good luck. You're going to deal with, you want to be married to the guy that's one of the most influential people in the world and not deal with the fact that he's eccentric? He's going to be eccentric. Yeah. Sorry. If you can't handle that, then maybe you shouldn't be married to a billionaire. Maybe you shouldn't be married to a guy who's on the front of Time magazine.
It's crazy.
Like there's a lot that comes with that, right?
And it's the same thing with Amazon and Jeff Bezos. Like him and his wife like recently separated. I'm not sure if you heard the news. Like he's now dating this other woman, but like she was there throughout his entire Amazon career track and building this mega freaking online platform. And it's crazy to just see these people who are very, very wealthy and very, very successful like break up. Like you see their marriages just not work out. And I don't know if it has to do because of how much money they have or how busy they are, but it's kind of sad because I think there's still something in us that wants to see that marriage work, especially when you see successful people, and we just wonder, why didn't it work? What was it? Was it the money? Was it the fame? Was it the business that they're running, the success? What was it that made that marriage not work,
Well, I think it's a combination of all of it. And I've been through it before, and I've been through divorce, and I've been through multiple relationships, and I've seen that it's difficult. It's difficult to last longer, I would say, than 5 years with anybody. After 5 years, you start to hate each other. And, it takes a real bond to be able to pass that 5-year mark. I've seen it multiple times myself. I've seen it with friends. I've seen it with family. And I see a lot of people that stay together just for the kids. I see a lot of people stay together just because they're lonely. I see people stay together because they're worried that they can't find someone else. And I find all of that to be sad. I am single right now, and I'm actually happier in my own skin than I've ever been because I don't have to answer to anybody. So if I want to go and travel, I can travel. I don't have to call someone. Oh, where are you at? What are you doing? I'm at the bar with all my friends and we're partying. I don't want to have to answer to anybody. I just don't. But, you can't have it all in life. You can't have that and have a wife and kids. You can't. Yeah. So you got to pick your path. If you try to do it all, something's going to fail. Something's going to fail somewhere, right? And I think that's what happens with a lot of celebrities, It's hard when you're a celebrity not to go to those parties, not to be surrounded by beautiful women if you're a celebrity male, right? It's hard, right? Because that's going to naturally come around, especially when you have a lot of money and you're throwing it around and you're at parties and you're at events, and it's going to come, right? Like I hear it. I've heard it from celebrities. I've heard it like where it's like it's impossible not to be around the party atmosphere, the party lifestyle, the drugs, the alcohol, the sex. These things exist, okay? It doesn't matter if it's Hollywood, doesn't matter if it's Vancouver, doesn't matter if it's Toronto, doesn't matter if it's Hong Kong, it doesn't matter if it's Europe, it doesn't matter if it's the Caribbean, it doesn't matter if it's South America, Africa. This exists. There's levels in life to everything. And when you get to that higher level that very few are ever at, few people will really be able to understand you. That's a fact. So whoever your partner are, unless like you're Kanye and Kim Kardashian that are both super high level celebrity, multi-millionaire type moguls, you will never really try to understand each other. It'll be very difficult to understand each other, right? So that's why marriages. Yeah, I mean that's why they have problems all the time too, and they're still together apparently. But I hear every day they're fighting. Every day they're gonna break up, but they're still together. But every day they're gonna break up. So who knows really what's going on behind closed doors? But I can assure you, anyone who's been through it will tell you everybody likes to have this perfect image of this perfect life and this perfect marriage, and nobody has it. Yeah. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I honestly don't believe it exists. There are some exceptions, but even the friends of mine that are happily married, kids, very successful, when I talk to them, even behind closed doors, even they say, hey man, nothing's perfect. So who knows what that means? But grass is always greener on the other side, man. Like if you're married and everything looks great, you probably want to be single once in a while. And if you're single and everything is great, and you're lonely at times, but at times you like that, well, then there's times where you kind of wish you did have somebody. The grass is always greener on the other side. And a lot of times when you go to the other side, you find that there's actually mud. It's not grass, there's mud. And, I've seen both sides in life. And, right now I choose to be single because I feel like I need that for my for my mental state. Because adding a relationship to my life right now would make it 10 times more complicated.
Yeah, it definitely complicates things, and it feels like you're trying to build something and you're working on your business. Like it's hard. It's
It
hard to
is. I mean, look at
put
what
your
happened to
time.
Elon Musk. I mean, he's being ridiculed for having a failed marriage. Like, having a failed marriage isn't bad enough. Now you got to go
And
ridicule the guy.
relationships and girlfriends.
Yeah,
Like
so now
he's
you're going to go ridicule the guy for having failed relationships. Like,
yeah.
people that throw stones at glass houses, those are the ones that are, I think, the biggest people that need to really look themselves in the mirror. There's no right, no one ever has a right to ever judge another person, especially when it comes to their personal life. I think that's just beyond me how pathetic people are to even do that. But anyways, let's talk a little bit about some other stuff. Juicy World.
Yes.
What do you think about that? Juicy World. Speaking of millennials, 21-year-old kid, super, super successful. Some of the best songs. Like, my kids love his music. Dies
He
at
was up and coming too.
Yeah.
So young.
It dies at 21. It's huge news. It's circulating all over the media. Huge news. His music really touched people. A lot of people are saying that he faked his death because he actually talked about faking his death. He talked about it in his music. He talked about faking his death just like XXX. Tentacion, right?
Yeah.
And people are saying that he faked his death now. People are saying that he talked about in his music he wanted to die when he was 21. He was 21. Very weird, creepy stuff going on in the music industry. It seems as though you become big, you predict your death, then you die.
It's crazy.
I don't know why someone would do it. I mean, why would you make music about your death when you've seen so many celebrities do it and die? I just don't know why they do it. I don't know. I mean, is it worth it to be hugely successful, hugely rich for a few years and then die at 21? I'm 41. I outlived him by 20 years. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of things I've been through in 20 years. I mean, I wouldn't have kids. I wouldn't have Rich TV Live. I wouldn't have my villa in the Dominican Republic. I mean, I wouldn't have seen half of my life. So, man, it's not worth it. Guys, if you're down, if you're out, if things are not working your way, find a passion, find a hobby, find something you love. The story is that he was on a private jet and that he was having police, the FBI, search his plane. And he was aware of this, and his entire crew was getting off the plane, and he ate like a bag of perks. A huge bag of perks. Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
So he goes and eats a huge bag of perks and apparently has a seizure. Mm-hmm. And gets stabilized, and then they take him to the hospital where he dies at 21 years old. It's very sad, and they found, I think it was 5 pounds of marijuana in his bags.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of the luggage just open with a bunch of bags. And then there's other people too that say, like the culture now with hip hop and like rising stars is all about like drugs and the partying and the gangs, and they say like maybe our culture is now promoting all these things that are actually driving young talent like XXXTentacion and Juice WRLD to do these things that it's so sad to see young people like that just wait, like I don't know how the right words to say, not waste, but like just give up so easily and do all these things that they know like it's not good for them, but yet the culture is promoting it in some way, like that's all you see in some of these industries, some of these cultures, partying and drugs, and it's sad. It's really sad.
What about 6ix9ine? I'm hearing that he might be back.
Oh my god!
I'm hearing he might be back and out of jail by Wednesday.
6ix9ine is another story, man. He just seems like all the drama around him, and I don't really know much about his music, but I know about him because he's always on TMZ and always coming out on like I have Snapchat, and like Snapchat has like Daily Mail, and you can see the news, and like they talk about 6ix9ine all the time.
Oh yeah.
It seems like in his world is all about building drama for like attention.
It is.
And, like talking about gangs, and like he was affiliated with gangs or something. I don't even know like the storyline behind that, but it just seems like these young hip hop artists that have potential are doing things to grab attention in the wrong way. It's not like it's not like the Jay-Z's of the world, like how they started was way different. Now these younger millennials, like my age, they're doing it the wrong way, and it's like not a good image. You know, it's not gonna lead them to a path where they envision themselves. Like it can end up, you can either die, you can end up in jail, or that's pretty much it. Die or end up in jail. Like, is that what you really want, or do you want to build an empire? Like, what is it that you want to do in the hip hop world? It's just kind of, it seems like younger folks don't get it.
Tekashi 6ix9ine talked about being a gangster, and now that's being used against him. He's literally talked about being a gangster, and that's being the reason, one of the reasons why he's in jail. So you want to talk about a crazy world?
Because you want to look bad. You want to be like, yeah, I'm a gangster.
No, I know, but very few gangsters talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, most gangsters are quiet about it. You know, they don't talk about it. Now you're going to go rap about it and have people all over the world test your gangster. Honestly, Tekashi 6ix9ine, he's an amazing person. He's very influential. Young people all over the world love him. His hair is like a rainbow, and he's like a clown. He's like a clown, and that's his.
He's a walking clown.
That's his persona. That's his persona. He did that on purpose, and I think he did it better than anybody. And he became a professional troll, where he would troll around and troll other hip hop artists and get his name out there by creating drama and conflict. And now his own baby mama is saying that what he said isn't true, because he wrote a letter to the courts saying that his baby mama slept with some of his partners in the Treyway gang, and they were stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from him. So he wanted a way out of the gang anyways, but he didn't know how to get out because he was in too deep. So going to jail was actually a good thing for him because it allowed him to separate himself, and he wants to be able to get back into society and rebuild his life. She came out and she said, he's not going to change. He's a narcissist. I never did that. None of it's true. And I don't want him to come out of jail because he's a bad person and he's just going to go back to doing the same things. Yeah. I mean, this is the mother of his baby, his child, and she doesn't want him coming out of jail. That's pretty rough. Mind you, he just went out and told the judge that his ex-wife slept with his partners. That's pretty rough too, and I have no idea if it's true or not. So I'm not really going to make it, comment on that. But it's big news, so I thought we'd talk about it. Let's see if 6ix9ine comes out of jail. If he does, that's going to be big news next week. Everyone's going to be talking about it. And stay tuned because we like to talk about all the big news first.
Yes.
Now, speaking of the rich millennial, we've got a lot of millennials watching. We got people that are Generation X like me. We got baby boomers watching. We got younger people watching. There's a lot of stuff going on the stock market right now. There's a lot of stuff going on a global scale. First of all, Donald Trump. Donald Trump has stated that he's very close to a tariff deal with China.
I don't believe that.
I'm just saying that it is big news. It's circulating that some type of deal could get struck as early as next week. So we got to stay tuned for that. Now that I'm, building my own trading academy, I watch the entire global news now because when you trade Forex, that affects the Forex markets. Mm-hmm. For example, if it's good news for America, then the US currency will most likely move up versus other currencies like the Canadian, versus potentially the pound, versus the Japan dollar. There's different currencies that are going to be affected by everything that happens. Like this week, one thing I learned about Forex is that when there's an election in the UK, you want to buy the pound because the pound exploded this week because they had an election. And, because I'm new to Forex, I had no idea. And all of a sudden, literally, anyone that was buying the pound made like 400 to 500 pips, which is huge in Forex. Like, you're making a fortune in that one day. So, pretty exciting to see what's going on a global scale right now and just learning and educating myself every single day about investing in general. And right now, if you guys would like to join the academy, I'll have a link down below in the description of this video so you guys can join. We are literally trading every day now Bitcoin, all the top cryptocurrencies, all the top stocks. On Friday, I traded Facebook and I made a very successful winning trade on Facebook. Last week, I successfully went up 2% in my account, and I made 6 trades on Bitcoin, and I won all 6 trades. So feeling more comfortable trading every day. I have mentors that are giving me trades and pick ideas, so I can literally copy trade them and follow them and identify who are the top mentors that I want to trade with and just copy trade them. And we've already got members within our community that are joining, and they're learning how to trade, and they're excited about the opportunity. And I would love for you guys that are at home, that are watching from all over the world, to join our trading academy so you too can keep educating yourself as an investor, because I think it's a big mistake to become a trader and not really learn how to trade. I think you're going to lose all your money, and there's a reason why 98% of people do lose their money, and it's because they're not getting really good education, fundamental education, when it comes to trading. And there's so many different types of trades you can make. You can buy options. You can buy calls, which is going to give you the ability to buy, let's say, Apple, and you think that Apple's going to go up in the future. It's going to give you a timeline and a date of how long, how much, how fast you think it could go up or down. If you're going to do calls, you're going to buy up. If you're going to do puts, that means you think Apple could go down. Okay, those options. I'm going to be launching an options trading academy very soon as well. I'm doing a lot of back end work to launch that. We've launched the Forex Trading Academy, which is currencies, Canadian dollar versus US dollar, the pound versus the Canadian, the pound versus the US. There's reasons why certain economies are going up or down every day. By watching the global markets, it can only make you a better investor because you're learning more about everything, which is going to help you with that one little stock. Because it's all connected. The whole world of investing is connected. So if you're just doing one type of investing, you're really missing out on a whole world. And I started to really realize that. And now I literally have the ability on my phone, in my fingertips, to make money on gold, silver, oil and gas, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin Cash, stocks like Apple, Visa, American Express, MasterCard, some of the biggest stocks in the world, Tesla. We can trade all of them through our academy and literally make money up and down every single day on our phones. It's crazy. So there is one day off. I think it's Saturday. Today.
For Forex trading?
Yeah, for this academy and the way Forex trading works, they shut down Friday after market and Saturday, which I think is good because you need a life. You can't just trade every day. You need to take a break, okay? And then they reopen Sunday. So it's Sunday to Friday. So you have a little bit of a break, which I think everybody needs, especially on the weekend. And trading can become very stressful. So if you're not taking a break, it can become very exhausting mentally, physically, emotionally. So I think it's important that people take breaks.
Right.
So if you guys are looking to invest, if you guys are looking to get involved, yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking to invest, and the other thing about being a part of this trading academy, you're going to be trading with me. I'm in the academy. I'm going to be giving you guys my trades. I'm going to be giving you guys my picks. I've been calling Bitcoin all week, and there's other members that are winning on Bitcoin now too, that have never traded Bitcoin before in their lives, and they're now winning on Bitcoin too. So I think with our community all working together, we're going to be able to find winners all the time, and we'll be able to better ourselves as investors, which will give us what we want, which is financial freedom. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, what is being a rich millennial? What is being rich? Well, it's different for everyone. For me, it's freedom. Enough money to have freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want, without ever having to worry about money. That to me is the really being rich, okay? But some people are different. Some people have tons of money. They work like 60 hours a week. They're busy as all hell with no freedom, but they might have 10 million in their bank and they're very rich. You know, I'm sure Elon's maybe one of those guys, you know, he's got tons of money, but I'm sure he's probably busy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week because he's trying to change the world. And he's very rich, but does he have, you know, like you said, he's struggling in relationships. So is he happy? Is
Right.
he satisfied? Is he fulfilled?
Yeah.
I don't know. Only Elon can tell you that, right? But at the end of the day, everyone has their own definition of what rich is to them. Like, I have a villa in the Dominican Republic. It's a beautiful property. It's a dream home. So when I go to the Dominican Republic, I feel rich, right? Now, that property, if I was to bring it to Canada, it'd be worth like millions, right? In the Dominican Republic, you can build something like that for like $500,000 or less, right?
Yeah.
So in the Dominican Republic, you feel like you're rich, right? But for the amount that you would spend, if I was to take that money and put it here, I wouldn't even be able to buy a home. So see how crazy it is in life? Like in one country, 500 grand is like,
You're balling.
you're like a king. You're literally a king. And then in another country, that's going to buy you like a condo. Okay? They ain't going to buy you no house. It ain't going to buy you no villa with a pool that's 10,000 square feet. Definitely going to get you no 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom villa. It's going to get you a condo with maybe one parking spot. So this is...
In a so-so neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I'm trying to say. So it's all relative, right? And the other thing is, when I go to the Dominican Republic, and I love the Dominican Republic, people there are happier, have more freedom, and have more fun.
And have less. And they have less.
Yes, because
So
I'll watch the... Have you ever been to the Dominican Republic or a third world country?
I've been to third world countries, and
Okay.
people are happy. I've been to
They're
Colombia,
happy.
and like,
Have you seen how happy they are? And it's crazy. Like, you'll see these guys, because baseball is the national sport for the Dominican Republic, and they're actually really good. Okay, one of the best in the world, better than Canada. Even though they have smaller population, way less people, way less money, way less infrastructure, they're better. And they sit there with all their friends, and they play with a stick and a bottle cap. And they sit there and they throw the bottle cap, and they hit the bottle cap with the stick, and they sit there and play that game all day long. And I'm not kidding, like 20 guys, girls, and they all hang there all day long playing stickball with a bottle cap, and they're having a great time. Meanwhile, all the tourists, they're spending tons of money, and they still can't have a good time. They're still complaining. They're still not happy. They're still not satisfied. They're still not tipping. They're still not giving back to the community. So I have a buddy in the Dominican. He lives there. He's from there. And he kind of takes care of my villa for me and gets me renters and stuff. So I call him up. And in the background, I hear the music. You know, like they're playing the Dominican music. And I'm just like, oh my God, I want to be there so bad. Just to hear the music. I was like, oh my God, it's just so different. I can't go anywhere in Canada to find that. I can't go on the beach and find that, you know, here in Canada. You know, there's nothing like it. But you go to the Dominican, it's a different environment. People are having fun. People are enjoying themselves, and they literally have nothing. So what I think we need to do is we need to realize that here in North America or in the UK or wherever you are in the world, if you're not in a third world country, you have more opportunity right now in 2019 going to 2020 than you've ever had. Ever. You can make money in real estate. You can make money on social media. You can become an influencer. You can buy stocks. You can invest in the stock market. You can invest in Forex. You can invest in options. There's tons of jobs. There's tons of opportunities.
Build a business online.
There's tons of jobs. There's tons of opportunities. There's more opportunity now in 2019 going into 2020 than there's ever been in the history of investing.
Yeah.
But people still complain. People still say there's no jobs. People still say there's no opportunity. And people are still depressed. What's going on?
I feel like the reality is that the opportunities are there, and these are conversations that I have with even like friends of mine. Like, but you have to go look for them. Like, they're not gonna come like on a silver platter for you. You have to actually make them happen. You have to knock on doors. You have to put yourself out there, and that's how things start happening for you. You know, like it's not an easy world, but their opportunities are there. That's the reality. They're there. You just have to look for them, and you have to be consistent with your approach, and you can't give up when someone says no to you. You have to keep going, and then that's how you pave your own path, and that's how you find, you know, the path that you're meant to be on and build the business that you want, you know?
I want to share some picks with the community that's here. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. So 2020 is going to be a huge year. I predicted that we're going to have a market melt up, and so far I've been 100% correct. We have been on fire in the stock market in 2019, and I believe this is going to continue. So what I think is going to happen in 2020 is that Bitcoin's going to explode. I think that cannabis stocks will explode. And I think that 5G stocks will explode. What I have for you guys is a list of companies that I think you need to be watching and you need to put on your watch list and put on your radar. First and foremost, IIPR. IIPR has been predicted by some of the biggest players in America to go up 10x. IIPR. If it goes up 10x, you need to know about it. You need to be watching it. It is a cannabis stock that is focused on the real estate side of cannabis. IIPR, Innovative Industrial Properties. The next pick that has a chance to go up 10x, TDOC. TDOC is another 10x pick. Teladoc Health. It's got a tight float, only 72 million shares. It has a chance to go up 10x. These are both big players that have a chance to be enormous. You guys need to know about these companies. You need to add them to your watch list, add them to your radar, and watch them. Hopefully you buy them. Hopefully you win big. Those are two companies that I've been told are going to go up 10x. Remember where you heard it first. The Rich Millennial Show, okay? December 14th, 2019. Now, Bitcoin. Bitcoin halving March 20th, 2020. This is going to be a huge event. There are multiple Bitcoin exchanges that have recently opened up. The CME Group opened up the ICE Intercontinental Exchange. It's an exchange to trade Bitcoin. This is helping volatility. This is helping volume. This is helping liquidity. This is helping with visibility. This is why I'm trading Bitcoin, because more and more people are starting to trade Bitcoin, okay? And diversify in 2020. If you want to win in 2020, you need to diversify. One of the biggest mistakes our entire community made in 2019 is we were too focused on cannabis stocks. We need to diversify more. 2020 is going to be the year of diversification. I'm not saying don't invest in cannabis stocks. I actually believe 2020 will be a great year for cannabis stocks. But you need to choose the best, but you need to diversify. You don't need to put 100% of your money in cannabis. Diversify, okay? My advice is if you want to buy a Bitcoin stock, GBTC. If you want to buy a cannabis stock, IIPR. If you want to buy a healthcare stock, TDOC. If you want to buy 5G stocks, I've got a list for you. First one, Nokia. Pays a 4% dividend. It's down 100% in 2019, despite the fact 5G is coming. I think Nokia is going to be a great play. Great play. The next one is Verizon. I think Verizon is going to be a very strong play for 5G. I think TELUS will be a very strong play for 5G. I've been talking to you guys about Apple consistently, and Apple went up again this week. They're going to be a huge, huge player in 5G. They already are. XLNX is another player that's going to be in 5G. XLNX. ADI is another player that's going to be potentially a huge winner in 5G. MRVL is another player that could potentially be a huge winner in 5G. AVGO is another player that could be a huge winner in 5G. INTC is another winner that could be a huge player in 5G. QCOM is another winner that could be a huge player in 5G. SWKS is another 5G play. QRVO is another 5G play. And Cisco, CSCO, is another 5G play. And I've made the prediction, and I'm going to say it again. We're going to have a market melt up in 2020, just like we did in 2019. No recession in 2020. no inverted yield curve, no market crash. We will have market corrections because as the market goes up, it'll correct, then it'll go up higher, then it'll correct, it'll go up higher, it'll correct, it'll go up higher, and it'll correct. And every time it corrects, that's when the fake news will come out and they'll say, market's crashing. We told you the recession's coming. We told you the market would crash. People will get scared. They'll sell out and then it'll go higher. And then they'll jump in again. And then it'll go down. They'll get scared. They'll sell out and then it'll go higher. Crash ain't coming in 2020. Those are my predictions. And I spent a lot of time finding this information, looking for these companies. Another company is Ericsson.
Yes, I own Ericsson.
Yeah, good pick there. Yeah. Ericsson's a very good pick. That's another company that's down in 2019 and I think will benefit greatly from 5G. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think?
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, a lot of them are higher price stocks. Some of them are lower, but these are ones that I've identified will be major players in 5G. And I'm going to write these all down right now. So Nokia. And Nokia pays a 4% dividend. 4% dividend. So if you guys understand what that means, if you have $100,000 and you put it into Nokia, you would get a free $4,000 a year just to hold that stock. That's a dividend paying stock. So Nokia looks like a great one to me as far as I'm concerned. Verizon, VZ. TELUS, it's just T. Apple, XLNX. ADI, MRVL, AVGO, INTC, QCOM, SWKS, QRVO, and CSCO. So our goal here, honestly, is to help you guys get rich. This is the Rich Millennial Show. You do not need to be a millennial to watch. You do not need to be a millennial to get rich. All you have to do is just watch and have an open mind. And the thing that makes, I think, this show so special, you're going to get a female perspective, a male perspective. You're going to get a Canadian perspective, a US perspective. You're going to get a Gen X perspective, a millennial perspective. So we've got a lot of different types of perspectives here, which I think is really cool. And right now, there's some big things that are coming here in Canada. So next week, legalization 2.0 will be official. It actually launched October 17th, 2019, but Health Canada delayed it 2 months. They wanted to make sure the rollout was done properly, and they wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be like a huge disaster. So they delayed it 2 months, and that falls on Tuesday. So technically Tuesday, everyone in Canada that has a store, that has an online business, that has customers will be able to start selling edibles and cannabis-infused beverages. I believe this is going to be a very big catalyst for Canadian stocks. Now, I'm not necessarily saying it's going to be a catalyst next week because we're so close to Christmas. I honestly don't know how many people are even around, right? Yeah, a lot of people are on vacation. A lot of the big money's not even in the markets, right? So we probably have half of the people looking at the market right now than we do starting January. But the fact that it's happening is big because that means companies like Aurora Cannabis, companies like Afria, companies like Canopy Growth, 3 of the biggest players in Canada, are going to have the opportunity to start generating more income. They're going to be able to sell more product. They're going to be able to sell additional product that they never had the ability to sell before. So you would have to assume that this is going to help their revenues. You'd have to assume that their revenues will grow because of this. And because of that, you also have to assume, based on the fact that they're at 52-week lows, that the sector is really close to a 52-week low and the lowest we've seen since 2017, that we're going to go higher from here. What do you think about that? Do you think that that's going to be a catalyst?
No, it's Cannabis 2.0, definitely it is. But I think with everything, like the rollout date being in December, I think Nicholas also just mentioned that in the comments, like that timing. I think that, yeah, people are really, like at the end of the year, I feel like maybe they would have waited to January and just have like a brand new start. That would have been much better. But like during the holidays, it is kind of like that timing. But we'll see. We'll see. I feel like I mean, there's going to be obviously a benefit. It's going to benefit all these companies. So I just feel like it's a little bit of bad timing in December.
Yeah, and it was Health Canada that made that decision, right? It was Health Canada that made that call. Yeah, let's launch it on December 17th.
Yeah.
So you're launching edibles and cannabis-infused beverages 8 days before Christmas?
Yeah.
So it makes no sense. But it's better now than later.
They should have just waited until January, right? Don't you think?
Well, a lot of companies are. Aurora, I don't know if Aurora, but I know that Canopy Growth has already announced they will be ready. They have over $400 million worth of product ready to sell, which is crazy. And they will be doing it in the second week of January. They will launch. So some people are waiting till January because they don't see any reason to sell a week before Christmas.
Yeah. Right.
But I think there's going to be a lot of companies selling on Tuesday because why wouldn't you? It's more money. It's like if you're a business and you have a chance
before the quarter ends, right?
Yeah, and like you're a business, you're gonna have new product on your shelf. Why wouldn't you launch it?
Right.
Especially because it is 8 days before Christmas, and chances are people are gonna want to buy a bunch right before Christmas, so they can have a bunch of edibles on Christmas Day. They want to have cannabis infused beverages because it's never been on the shelves ever. People are gonna want to try them, right? People are gonna want to test them, and people are gonna want them for New Year's.
Yes.
People are gonna want their New Year's cannabis. They're gonna want their New Year's edibles. They're gonna want their New Year's drinks. Yeah. I don't see why. I personally don't. I think it's a mistake that Canopy's waiting till January. Why wouldn't they sell right now? But hey, I'm not the one running the business. I'm not here to tell these guys what to do or how to do it. But if it was me, I'd have a massive media blitz next week. Massive media blitz right before Christmas. I'd have Christmas specials. I'd have all kinds of stuff going on because I'd want to be the first mover. I'd want first mover advantage. I'd want customers coming to my store saying, I like those products and I'm going to go back and get all my edibles and all my cannabis infused beverages from this store. I would want that first mover advantage. I think a lot of people are missing the boat. I think Canopy Growth's actually missing the boat. It's a little bit arrogant, I think, to say, yeah, we're gonna wait 3 weeks. How much market share are you gonna lose in those 3 weeks? I'm telling you, think it'll make a difference. It makes a difference. Canopy Growth used to want to always be first when they had Bruce Linton. Now that he's no longer there, they don't seem to care. They just operate like a conglomerate where they're like, you know what? Nothing happens until we do it. That's their attitude now. They're just too big. They don't think like a small company. They don't think like
the go-getters, like, let's do it, let's go for it.
You mean you're opening on Tuesday? Let's go. Why don't you have a bunch of products on the shelves on Tuesday? Why are you waiting? Canopy Growth has $400 million of product ready. They're choosing to wait. I think they missed the boat. But hey.
Well, it's going to be exciting to cover that next Saturday, see how things go.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very exciting. Yeah. I'm going to be watching it very closely. I know our community has been sending so many videos. Guys, I really appreciate you guys. We have Avon, who is in America, in another country than me. He goes to the Planet 13 store, and he makes a video of the Planet 13 store, and he sends it to me. I can't tell you how many people said to me how happy they were to see that video. Because if you're not in America, you can't go to that store. And even if you're in America, you're in a different part of the country, you're not going to that store. Now we've got a Planet 13 store on Rich TV Live. I feel so blessed that the community is giving us videos. Dylan Fraser is a member that's been sending me videos consistently. I think I've posted like at least 5 of his videos now. And he sent me constantly sending me videos of stores he's going in, unboxing of products, looking at the products. And I think it really helps for the cannabis enthusiasts to get an idea of what to expect when they go to a dispensary, right? So it's pretty cool to be able to have that and have members of the community sending this content. I got to give a shout out to WRLD Joint. WRLD Joint is
not here today.
I know. Do you want to know where he is?
Where is he?
Liberty Health Sciences. He's
Okay.
at the Liberty Health Sciences grand opening of a new store. He's going to try to make a video for us, and hopefully we can get Liberty Health Sciences on our show. And he's there talking to them about getting on our show. So he's working to help grow and build our brand and his brand. So we're all working together to help rise each other up. And that's what I love, you know? I want to help you rise up your brand. I want to help people at home rise up their brand. Hopefully other people want to help me rise my brand. And as a community, as a team, we can all rise together. Yeah. That's the beauty of having a strong community that's sharing information, sharing content. I also have to give a shout out to Deanna. Deanna gave me a video of a Choom store. So I've seen WRLD Joint and Avon, both from America, give me videos. WRLD Joint gave me a video from True Leaf. He went to a True Leaf store. He made a True Leaf Canna Cafe video, which was pretty cool. So WRLD Joint has been physically going to stores, making videos, and then going home and unboxing products and making videos, and I've been posting it. He's in America. Avon's in America. People in another country sending me videos. I feel so blessed and overwhelmed. Thank you guys. I'm humbled that you're willing to share your videos with me. And then people like Deanna and Dylan Fraser here in Canada sharing videos with our community. Thank you so much. I'm humbled that you guys are sharing your time and your experiences with me. And what was it? I know I'm Dave. Dave shared the video of the Aurora Cannabis store at West Edmonton Mall. So we were able to go and see the grand opening of the Aurora Cannabis store first as well. So it's the community being everywhere, going to places and sharing is making our platform different. It's making our platform unique, and it's giving us content that no one else in the world has. Yeah. And I'm not worried about the views. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the content. I want to be a place where you can go and you can find content that you can't find anywhere else. And I believe that's what we're creating. We're creating a platform with unique, entertaining, and educational content. I love the show that we're doing together. This is a very unique show as well. And hopefully we can grow this show to the point where one day we can have our own television show. Ultimately, that's the goal. That's the reason why I do this. I hope that's the reason why you want to do this. And hopefully one day somebody sees this and says, hey, you know what? I like those guys. I like that girl. I like that guy. Let's make a show.
Yeah.
Because we need more shows like this. There's too many people with shows that don't really know what's going on with the average everyday person. Yeah. Let's be honest. They're not in touch with reality. I watch some of these shows and I'm like, they're all celebrities. So they don't know what average people live like. Yeah. If you're a multi-millionaire, you're talking about multi-millionaire things. You're not talking about average everyday things, right?
Which is the majority, to be honest. Like multi-millionaire things, it's like a small percentage.
Exactly. So yeah, it's great to watch celebrities and all that stuff. But what about the average people?
The reality.
Shouldn't there be average people talking to the masses? Because aren't we all mostly, for the most part of the 98%, trying to make it, trying to have freedom, trying to get rich? Isn't that where most people are? Yeah, there's the 1 or 2% that are super rich, the millionaires and the billionaires of the world that never have to worry about money again. But then there's the 98% that fall into, yeah, maybe they have some money, but maybe they're not where they want to be yet. Or, maybe they have some money, but maybe they got some debt, student loans. There's a lot of reasons why people are at that point. And that's the 98%. And I just don't see too many people that are in touch with reality that are on television. I just don't. I'll give you a great example. Jim Cramer. Love him. Think he's got a great show. Jim Cramer has a $1 billion hedge fund. He's not an average guy. So when he's sitting there talking stocks, and he talks really fast, by the way, and he talks really fast, you can't understand what he's saying. He's talking his picks. He's go. He's like crazy, right? I'm like, man, this guy's nuts. He's so fast when he talks. And I'm like, Jim, do you realize that nobody's hearing you? Slow down, bro. Slow down, right? But, he's got his style. He's doing his thing. And I would love one day to have a show that could rival his show. You know, he's got his picks. Maybe we got ours. Maybe we disagree. You know, maybe we agree on some. Maybe we disagree on some. But we need another stock show. Why is the only stock show that I know of Mad Money? Why? Why?
Yeah.
Shouldn't there be more education on investing? Shouldn't there be more like there should be more education on money, right?
Exactly.
Like, you're a university student. What education have you had on money?
Zero. I'm actually finding this out now on my own that I've graduated, you know, like me figuring things out. But yeah, it's great to have a diploma or a bachelor's degree, but it's only like something to embellish my resume at the end of the day. It's not going to teach me anything about my 401k, my IRAs, my investing. It doesn't teach me anything. It's more of I don't know, it's just something that we do because that's what society has told us to do. And sometimes university is not for everyone. Like, you don't have to go to university to be successful nowadays. You can build something from nothing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And I think I would never say that university is not valuable. I think learning at all levels of life is valuable. You know, I'm 41. I'm going to be turning 42 years old. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to educate myself. I'm still trying to better myself. I'm trying to educate myself on things that I've never learned about so that I can become a better investor, a better educator, a better teacher, a better leader, a better person, a better father. There's all these things I want to improve on, and every day you have a chance to reinvent yourself. So,
and learning is a lifelong journey because there's always things you can learn, you can improve. It shouldn't be just a 4-year thing and then you're done. Like, if you want to excel, you want to continue to reinvent yourself, and the only way to do that is by learning new things, experiencing new things, trying things out. And like, if investing and trading is what you want to, you know, focus on, then you have to educate yourself. Like Rich said at the beginning of the video, then you can't just go in and say I'm a trader without, you know, having any knowledge or having any experience or learning from someone who's been doing it for a while. Whether you read a book or whether you learn from Rich or another platform, like, you have to educate yourself no matter what. Whatever it is you want to do, you have to find some type of resource to understand what it is you have to do so that you minimize your risks and your losses.
I agree 100%. Now, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Wendy, we will get one more show in before Christmas next week, right?
Definitely.
But
100%.
I want to wish you and your family and the people that care about you and the people you care about a wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I also want to wish everybody that is watching a wonderful Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope your 2020 is filled with happiness, love, freedom, success,
optimism,
health. Everything that matters to you, I want to wish you all blessings. Thank you for being here and bringing us into your home in 2019. It really means a lot to me. Thank you for your involvement in everything that we're doing. I want to give a shout out to the entire Rich TV Live community. Shout out to Elad for everything you've done this year, bro, for the Rich TV Live shop. Shout out to Amanda in Indonesia for everything she's done. Shout out to Justin for bringing us Zoom Away Travel. One of the top picks for our community this year, up 500%. Watch Zoom Away Travel, guys. You too, Wendy. Zoom Away Travel is crazy.
Zoom Away Travel. Okay.
It's at 10 cents. We found it at 2 cents this year. One of our members brought it at 2 cents. It's now at 10 cents. We've all made money on it. It's been like a dream come true pick. They have a deal with Google Maps, and they are about to launch a new partnership, and we believe that their revenue is going to grow tremendously. These guys are a tech company that is going to change the world, and we found it first. When it was at 2 cents, it's now at 10.5 cents. And I think that the future looks bright for Zoom Away Travel in 2020.
Zoom Away Travel.
Yes. I want to give a shout out to Il Kid for all of his songs and all his hard work and effort in 2019. Thank you, Il Kid. He just made us a new song for Invest in Millennial and Rich TV Live, the Rich Millennial Show. And if there's anybody I'm missing, I apologize, but I want to give a shout out to everybody that is a part of this, everyone that's been making videos, everyone sending videos, everyone that's been a part of this, all my partners, all the people behind the scenes. Thank you guys in 2019. Let's make 2020 the best year of our lives, not just on YouTube, but in the stock market.
Career life, everything.
Yeah, like personally, career, I hope you guys have fun. Spend time with your kids, your loved ones, your friends. Spend time alone if you want. Travel. Do all the things that matter to you the most in 2019, up into 2020 and beyond. Anything else you want to say, Invest Millennial, before we say goodbye and we put on some music?
Remember that mindset is important, and whatever it is you want to accomplish in 2020, you have to go in with a positive mindset, and that's really gonna pave a path for whatever it is you want to accomplish. Like, don't let negative thoughts stay in your brain. Let everything that was negative in 2019 go and start a brand new chapter in 2020. I'm excited for you guys.
And I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys for watching. Have yourselves a great Saturday. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. Your boy Rich with Wendy from the Rich Millennial Show, our 4th episode. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Shout out to Ill Kid for this hot track. It's a banger.
Introduce to you that new. Let's go. Invest in millennial. Invest in millennial. Invest in millennial. Rich TV Live. Rich TV Live. Rich TV.
Oh. See you guys later. Your boy Rich. We out. Peace.